Hi, my lovely Patreons. We are out at Hemlock Ravine Park. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be looking at in a second. Let's flip the camera. Alrighty, so this is Hemlock Ravine Park at the very start, and this is what we call a heart-shaped pond. There are some ducks. I'm right at the little pointy bit in the middle, up at the top of the heart. But there is a little island for the duckies. So today is Wednesday, April 26th, 2021. Oh, it's the 28th, Mark said. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a blonde moment. Plus I'm walking on the water's edge here. And let's see if we can see. Oh, there's a glare on the water. There are some koi fish, big ones, in the pond, as well as the ducks. The duckies are quacking. The current temperature right now is 15 degrees Celsius, the last that I looked, which is 59 Fahrenheit. So this is my Patreon exclusive video. So if you're watching this week, you are one of my Patreons. If you're watching this in May, you are one of my regular lovelies. Look at the duckies. So we're just slowly making our way down the duck pond. So it's nice to see ducks and koi fish in the big pond. So Hemlock Ravine Park used to be the country estate for, I want to say, not the Duke of Kent, but he did stay here with his French mistress in 1794, and they lived here on this estate till the 1800s. They had built extensive gardens here in the woods. So this is an urban nature reserve. Now today is the very first day of our 2-week lockdown here in the province of Nova Scotia. So nothing is open, but we are highly encouraged to go out to the parks and enjoy. So Hemlock Ravine Park is just outside of Halifax. Well, it's still in the city limits. It's in Bedford. We did go past it in a previous video when I did the bus ride from the number 8 bus. So this is my first time here, as well as kiddos. It is a beautiful spring day here. I'm going to show Mark. Mark's wearing shorts today. That's how warm it is. So yes, we are climbing a hill. And I see a couple little squirrelies. Our squirrels like to blend in. They're brown. It's Kiddo up ahead walking. He's young and spry, and I'm old and slow. So yes, right now in Nova Scotia we are closed down for 2 weeks because of the pandemic. But we are encouraged to get out, enjoy the fresh air, go to the parks, go to the trails, everything like that. So here we are. We've had an enormous spike within the last week and a half. So they are going to do a what they call a circuit breaker. So they shut everything down for 2 weeks. Encourage people to not go to businesses unless it's deemed essential. And to get outside. So we are on the school trail, and just up here, that hill is called the Rockingham Loop. There are quite a few trails throughout the park, I guess. I was looking it up on the bus ride here. And there is an off-leash area as well here in the park. So this is 200 acres. It used to be bigger, but development in the last 20 years with the around what they call Larry Utech. It's a new development that started actually when Kiddo was a baby. I used to live out here, and they were building that street, and now it's one of the higher end areas in the city. So that cut into the ravine as well, which is a shame. What do you think of the park so far?
Cool.
It's nice. It kind of reminds me of Victoria Park, that is in my hometown of Truro, because that is a ravine as well. And it has a few waterfalls in that park. But because of the restrictions, we can't leave the city. So I won't be getting home to my hometown for a bit. But when I do, I will take you guys to the park with me, and I'll show you the waterfalls. So this is another part of the Rockingham Loop that is exiting here. We got a little brook. Alright, this takes us up to, the rest of the path takes us up to a subdivision. So I think what we're going to do, I saw another path that we walked past. Or do you want to go on the Rockingham? Yeah, we're going to go on the Rockingham Loop. See? New park. Never been. I do have my phone with me in case we get lost, so I can check the map. I remember at one time when Point Pleasant Park had this many trees, but because of Hurricane Juan back in 2003, it leveled off a lot of their trees. Now, me coming from a small town, well, it's a good-sized town, but it's very rural. I'm used to the outdoors. So, trails and being out in nature does not bother me at all. Single file mark. The pathway is narrow, so whenever we approach people, we go single file. They didn't. There's the hill we just climbed. Some old dead trees. So yes, 200 years ago, this was a sprawling estate. There are still remnants in the park, according to Google, of the old, like where the house was, the country house, and everything. Now, I'm not sure if you're allowed with bicycles in here. See, this would be like so much fun to build a lean-to and a campfire. It is a provincial park, so I don't think you can. We're coming up to the Wentworth Loop. Do you want to try to look at that one, Mark? I'm just going to dig out my phone here and take a peek at the maps, just so I know where we're at. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm going to sneak onto my data. Alright, let's go look at the maps. Open. There we go. Just so I know where we're at. Park map. I'm going to get Mark to hold on to the phone. Oh, we'll move over because somebody's behind us. Into the shade. All right. trying to think of where we are. Oh, we are right here with a blue dot. Duh. I'm gonna hold the phone so we can see. I got a glare. Yeah, so we'll just keep following this. I have an idea of where we're going to be going. I know, there's a glare. Alright, let's keep motoring. Motoring. Yeah, that's all I know of that song. Right now. This is where I get to be nature girl. Now, I'm not sure, really, with lockdowns. I know I've had some people asking me if this is going to affect going out and recording, and I don't think it will. I think I'll be fine. As long as I'm not going into any buildings. That's a dead end, the other fork in the road, according to the map. I'm still waiting on my power banks that I had ordered from Amazon. It is a Wednesday, so they are due, they said Friday. So, the last time I ordered from Amazon, they came 2 days early or a day early. So that would be kind of cool. I just had a bug like fly into my mouth. Gross. I mean, I'm snacky, but I don't think I want bugs. Ooh. So we are walking a lot on hilly terrain. Lots of trees. Some crows. I mean, I'm only, 18 minutes into the video, and we've seen quite a bit. Now, we did have to come out onto the Bedford Highway to get out here. On the same bus that we took the other day when I did the bus ride video. But if you're hearing that noise, that would be the Provincial Highway 102 that is not too far from here. Sounds like a bunch of motorbikes. I'm hoping to get out pretty soon after these restrictions get lifted. To go outside of the city and venture into Peggy's Cove, which is an iconic and stereotypical fishing village with a big lighthouse on the rocks that overlook the Atlantic. Beautiful spot. It's one of my favorites. So I'm hoping to get out there probably within the month, and going down to Mahone Bay, Chester area, and Lunenburg. Now, Lunenburg is usually in a lot of movies and series because it doubles as little small towns in Maine, especially for Stephen King films, or series, like Haven, when they made that one here. They made the Mist, but they did that in Dartmouth and Bedford proper, like in the actual town. Nemaholm Bay is also home to Oak Island. So if anybody watches The Curse of Oak Island, that's where they make it. I'm not into the whole Oak Island legend. I think it's just, when they say it's a money pit, it's a money pit. Too many people over the last 200 to 300 years have sunk so much money into that hole, and they've reshaped the island for what? Coconut fibers and a couple little trinkets here and there. That's my opinion on Oak Island. But I know people are fascinated by the lore that it could be pirate treasure. But I do want to show other little communities outside of the city as well. By all means, I'm not a tour guide, and I'm not going to sit there and talk a whole lot about every single building we're going to see, because that's not the purpose of my channel. But I would like to, just say, hey, do you remember this? This building was in such and such a show. Or this was in this movie. I have no problems doing that. So right now we're on a trail that's going up and down, up and down. Mark, you're so quiet.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the walk?
Yeah.
Awesome. It's weird, the little outcropping of rocks. So you can kind of sort of see the slope, the up and downs. Nova Scotia strong. We just had the 1-year anniversary for the Nova Scotia massacre that occurred on April 18th and 19th of 2020. So that's where the hashtag Nova Scotia Strong came up. We are a resilient province. We may be small, but we are mighty. Because we're taking this pandemic and we're going to try to nip it in the bud as best as we can. I think we may be the only province right now in Canada that is doing pop-up rapid testing. And yesterday, which was the 27th, over 20,000 people throughout the province had asymptomatic testing done for COVID. So if you're not feeling symptoms, the province does encourage, just in case you could be an asymptomatic carrier. And a lot of our cases that we're finding have been asymptomatic. Yesterday was our highest total ever for the province in a single day for cases of COVID, and we had 96. And today it dropped down to 75. But enough of the COVID talk. We've been living with that now for over a year. Let's enjoy the scenery. So the Duke of Kent lived on these grounds with his mistress. And she was French. And they used to hold parties and gatherings and all that fun stuff of the Regency period. So we're coming up to an off-leash area, and we're at a crossroads. We have the Governor's Loop and the Wentworth Loop. So I am going to look at my phone again and see what pathway we should take. I think we're going to go to the right and keep following this way. The leaves aren't really out on the trees, so we are getting a lot of sunshine, which is good because I'm wearing capris today, and I never realized how pasty white I am. I glow in the dark. I look like I have Celtic skin right now because I'm so fair, but I also have French skin and I tan. Pardon me. Oh, look at this. This is the first map I've seen since we've been here, besides what's on my phone. So just to give you a reference, we started here. So I think what we'll do is just keep following the blue trail, which is the Rockingham Loop, and we'll come back. It also tells you the different loops and how long they are. The Wentworth Loop is the longest. No, the Governor's Loop. Rockingham Loop. Oh my God, I can't even read. Rockingham Loop is almost 1 kilometer long. Kiddo's going to take a photo of that, which is cool. Mm-hmm. That was the first park map I've seen. I have a t-shirt on, and I am wearing a denim jacket, and I'm starting to get warm. But I'm lazy. I don't want to take off my hoodie or my backpack Then try to take off the jacket. The jacket's not going to fit into my backpack because it's all stuffed with my shopping bags because I have to go get some groceries after. And I also keep my my gimbal in there, always as a just in case. It's always good to be prepared for things. You never know, I might do a live stream. I did one last night from home. It was my half-assed attempt. Just wanted to give people a heads up of how everything is going in my fair province by the ocean. So my lovely Patreons, you guys have helped out quite a bit since I launched Patreon at the end of February. My TELUS bill is now 0. Yay! Because I had to add extra data to it for my live streaming. And it's helped out getting equipment. I have 2 power banks coming. It was a 2-pack of power banks that we got. Now my Pocket 2 came from my income tax return, but I do have screensavers that I ordered for it. I like screen protectors. So thank you, my lovely Patreons, for your support. And it also helped pay for my editing software because it had a sale. It went up onto a sale where it was, I think it was $66 for the year instead of, it was like a 50% off sale. So, thank you for that. So now I can edit up a storm. And I just realized we've already been on this path, but in the opposite direction, which is okay. This park is so huge. So we're only just gonna go through a little bit of it. A lot of it is still doesn't have trails, unless they're like trails that are maintained. There's probably paths that people have used. So my thumbnail that I used for this video is the Princess Lodge. It used to be the round rotunda, and it was a music room, and I do believe people live in it now. As a small little round house. It's a cottage style. And that's on the opposite side of the Bedford Highway. And there is remnants of the old bridge that used to connect over the railway line that is there between the Bedford Highway and the lodge. Oh, that sun has heat. I'm pretty sure that the temperature has gone up from 15 degrees. There's a little marshy bog. Oh, yes. It's that little brook that I showed earlier in the video. I'm surprised we haven't seen any more like wildlife. I'm thinking like deer or raccoons. There's probably coyotes. Or for those people that say coyotes, I don't, I say coyotes. We do have them here in the province. So we're just kind of backtracking now. That was the path here that we had went around and looped. Lots of loopy trails, but they're all within like the same area of each other. And I forgot to bring snacks. Usually I usually like to have like a couple granola bars, or Mark likes the Cliff bars. And I didn't pick any up. But we'll grab something after we leave the park. Right, Mark?
Yeah.
I did get him a variety pack at Costco of the Cliff bars, but they were the protein builder ones. And they're chocolate dipped. So he seemed to like those ones. Oh. I'm just going to turn around for a second. Somebody is not feeling well. Mark can keep an eye out to make sure that they keep moving. I don't want to have them on camera. I don't know if I caught that on camera when the little guy had some tummy issues. Oh. My apologies, folks. I will not put somebody in a vulnerable position on film. So we'll look at trees. And I get to play around with the camera. I think what I will do, I will walk past, but I will keep the camera tilted to another angle so I don't get them on there. Just to be courteous. It happens to the best of us. So I think what we'll do, we'll head back to the heart-shaped pond, and where I started the video, I will end the video. I've seen drone pictures of the heart-shaped pond in fall, when all the leaves are in their magnificent display of colors. probably one of the most photographed ponds in the city. Now we took the bus, so it was a 20-minute bus ride to get out here. But if you were driving by car, probably from the downtown core, it'd probably take about 5 to 10 minutes. Not long at all. What did you think of the park?
It was nice. I was trying to not look at the guys that were...
Yeah, getting sick.
Yeah. Doing an eye wink.
I'm just like... So this is definitely going to be a park that I will be back visiting. Definitely will. It's beautiful out here. There are a lot of little paths that lead up to the nearby subdivisions. Now, you know me in hills. I am going to show you this bad boy. I will not climb that. No sirree, Bob. Sorry, Bob, if there's a Bob watching. No sirree, would I ever climb that. Holy crap. Not at my age. If I was Mark's age, I'd be like running up that hill. But like I said, he's young and spry. I'm old and slow. But I'm still cute. All right, my lovelies. I think I will end the video where I started at the heart-shaped pond. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you to my Spring Garden Road tiered Patreons, which are Vivian Johnson, Michael Gray, Dequeue, and Giga. Your support, and all my Barrington Street supporters as well. You guys are amazing, and I am grateful that a lot of us have become friends outside of the YouTube community as well. So thank you. And yeah, I just want to end things off here with the duckies and the koi pond. I can't believe there's koi fish in here too. So I will end this here, and thank you for all your support. And if you do want to join my Patreon, if you're watching this in May, I do have links down below in the description, as well as links to PayPal in case you don't want to join the Patreon and you wanted to give a one-time donation. That is most certainly appreciated, but you are not obligated. So thank you so much, my lovely Patreons, and I will see you next time. Bye.